Hey everyone, Captain Chemo back again for another video tutorial, and in this video I'm going to show you how to remove objects in Photoshop. Now this photo here has a branch kind of sticking out in the middle of the photo and it looks very unpleasant, so I'm going to remove that in a few different ways. I'm going to show you the first way I'm going to show you is spot healing, and the second way is using the clone and stamp tool. Third way will be using content aware fill, and the fourth way is, well, my favorite, is just to duplicate an area and just stretch it and maybe use spot healing and clone to dab in some of the areas. So I'll show you how to do all four techniques, and hopefully this will help you out in your post-processing. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to copy this background real fast, and we're going to create a new file. I'm just going to paste it in here. Zoom out, and I'm going to duplicate this layer, and then I'm going to start with the let's start with the clone stamp tool. And to select the clone stamp tool is to click the little toolbar here. It's got a little stamp, looks like a little stamp, or you can click the keyboard shortcut S and it'll select or activate the stamp tool. What this does is, if we select an area, we select an area by holding the Alt key and doing a right click, and then it will select that area to clone in, and then you just click along the line here so that it'll clone that area in. So I'll right click right here, and then I'm just going to click along the area here, and notice how it's cloning in that area and just removing the branch. And then we got a little bit of a mess here, so all you need to do is just reclone areas here by holding the Alt key and clicking, and then right clicking the area again. Okay, so that's it for this clone stamp technique. Let's move on to the next one. So I'm just going to hide this layer here, and we'll duplicate the next layer, and then we'll use the spot heal tool. Click here on the tool for the spot healing, and I believe that's keyboard shortcut J to access it. And then we don't need to select any area, just kind of hit I like to use proximity match versus content aware. I think proximity match works a little better, and I like to just make the paintbrush basically the size of the area that I want to remove, and just click on that area and then just keep going along the branch until let me make it a little bigger here, until the branch disappears. And you can spend some time and just re-click areas that might not look good, like so. And that's pretty much it for spot healing. Next, let's go ahead and hide this, and I'm going to duplicate the layer again, and then we're going to use the marquee tool here, and we're just going to select around the branch here, and then we're going to use the fill option. Select around this area, go to edit, and go into fill, and then we're going to go into content aware. So we'll select content aware and hit OK, and that should fill in the area there of our photo. And you can see here the result. Sometimes it doesn't do a great job, so let me go ahead and undo that, and what I'll do is I'll create a tighter selection around that branch, and that usually helps out a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing, edit fill it with content aware, and that should help a little bit. Okay, so here is the content aware fill that has been selected a little closer, and it looks a little better than the last one. This is the before, and then this is the after. So next I'll show you the rest here. This is the spot healing tool, and here is the clone stamp tool version. So far it's looking better every time. So the next version I'm going to show you, or next technique I'm going to show you, I'm going to duplicate this layer real fast, is just to make a selection and then stretch that selection out, and then maybe use the spot healing tool to kind of hide some of the imperfections. Okay, so let's go ahead and select the lasso tool here, and we're just going to make a quick selection around the bottom of the branch here, and then we're just going to hit Control T, Command T on a Mac, and I'm just going to transform this. I'm just going to transform by pulling it straight up. and then I'll hit the enter. Then I'll deselect that, and then I'll make another selection around basically around the bottom of the branch here, a little piece of branch that's still sticking out. And then I'll hit Control T, Command T on a Mac, and I'll just stretch it down a little bit, and then hit the enter. Then I'll deselect everything again, and it's starting to actually look better than the other one here. This is the content aware fill here. So next, what we're going to do is use the spot healing tool to just kind of dab in some of the noticeable areas where it's been affected, the noticeable imperfections. And there you go. So that looks a lot better. So let's go ahead and this was the content aware fill, this was the spot healing tool, and this was the clone and stamp tool. Okay, so there you have it, 4 different techniques for removing objects in Photoshop, and that's going to be it for this tutorial. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you want to see some of my daily photos or learn more about the software I use for processing my images, visit me at CaptainKimo.com. So until next time, this is Captain Kimo signing out.